Hello everybody and welcome here to the Brig in Avondale, Auckland, New Zealand for this NZIHL matchup. The West Auckland Admirals are playing host to the crosstown rivals, the Botany Swarm. We're your hosts for this evening. I'm Bryce Rouse, alongside me Maku Mautahario, and we'll be delivering the commentating for this game. So Maku, last night we saw a 6-1 win for the Botany Swarm. No goals in that first period. The Admirals did start well, but once the Swarm got rolling, the Admirals didn't really have an answer.
Yeah, pretty dominant performance by the Botany Swarm. They have been really good this season, as they were last year. Yeah, historically we saw it seems like an end of an era for the Admirals' dominance in Auckland that's been going on for years. It's the Swarm season now, and it's going to be a tough night today for the home team Admirals to see if they can get one win today and even this weekend series.
That's right, and if the Admirals are going to get a winter here tonight, Maku, they're going to have to boss that neutral zone, because they just weren't connecting with passes in the neutral zone. They were turning the puck over quite cheaply, and that eventually just cost them the game. Yeah,
and the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals are facing a very tough offense with the Botany Swarm. They are leading the league with goals for. Around over 60 goals scored for, where the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals only have about 40. So their defense is getting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, you see there, they actually are at a -12 in that goal differential. And obviously the Swarm, they are on 28, so they are pretty much the best in the league at the moment at all those stats. They obviously do play host to the Sky City Stampede next weekend, so maybe a little bit of a Beagle Cup preview, I would imagine so.
Yeah, let's not count our chickens too early. We all remember what happened last season when the Swarm got eliminated.
Yeah, by the Admirals as well.
By them, yes, and even though the Swarm had a very commanding regular season as they have this season, looking more dominant this season though.
I tend to agree. They look composed. I said last night, you know, when things get tough, they stick in those games and make sure they're putting out good, solid shifts every single time they're out there. And that collectively, when everyone's doing that, they're getting the results. So the rest will just go for their quick little warm-up skate as the players will head to their respective benches.
And we have the visiting team getting ready to step on the ice. They've dressed all 4 lines, while the home team is a little bit shorter with 3 lines.
Yes, so the West Auckland Admirals do have injuries. They have one to Taylor Kennedy, Andy Hart, Justin Daigle, who once again congrats on having your baby there, buddy. And also they only have 1 import in Vadim Savigna, whereas the Swarm do have 2 imports. They are contributing quite a lot, but I do think the injuries and the lack of imports are definitely hurting the Admirals this season.
Do you count Chaney as
he's not an import apparently.
Okay.
On the list I've got here, he's not classed as one. I'm not entirely sure what his situation is.
Yeah.
So we will have both the same goaltenders in net today. We will have Grace Harrison for the Botany Swarm, and we will have Chubba Kurjo-Margoj in the net for the West Auckland Admirals.
And we have a completely packed audience here tonight, as we did yesterday. It was hard to move around.
It was hard to find a seat, you were saying, Marku.
Yeah, couldn't find a seat. It was 800, 900 people.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much the rink can actually hold.
I feel like it was holding a little bit more than that.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel the same. I actually think the referees had a very stellar game last night as well. Didn't talk about them at all, so that's very good.
Always good when the zebras are visible.
So it looks like the Swarm have mixed up their top line. Well, we're set to go underway here, game 2 in West Auckland. The Pure NZ West Auckland Admirals playing host to the Botany Swarm. The Swarm will start with the puck in their own zone. McDonald will skate around the back, plays it up to the boards. Kozak try to find Outwell, but that came off someone's leg. Lawson dumps that in. Harrison will play it behind her net. Now Jang will leave it on. Luke Simon, good hit there by Regan. Luke Simon was absolutely dishing out some hits yesterday.
Yesterday was a very physical game. There were lots of big hits, and one of the big hits are celebrated Sam Moses from the Pure NZ West Auckland Admirals. Get an upper body injury and is missing the game tonight.
Batted in by McDonald as they'll get a line change. Now we've got the strong line out there, the Dalmatau, Carroll and Barley line. Here's Dalmatau in the middle now. He'll gain the zone. Nice poke check there by Hayward Jones. Barley will pick it up, plays it up to Carroll. Tough angle shot. Chuba makes a blocker save there. Now Savinia trying to win a foot race against Sandoy. He did, got a shot off, but just put it past the goaltender. Savinia battling in the corner. Sandoy's there. Now Dalmatau will play it around the back. Thula looking for an option, gives it to Carroll, who controls it on the skate. Sandoy will get over the red and put it in the zone. Mason Kennedy plays that up to Quinn, who passes it to the defenseman on the other team. Carroll bats that out of mid-air, gains the zone. Quigley's tracking back. Mason Kennedy plays it. Puck comes out of the zone, so they will have to touch up. Henry will play it up the boards. Quickly lifted it behind. Here's a chance for Henry if he can get through. He did, but Harrison pounces on that.
Grace Harrison has played a stellar season. She has been very, very confident in net. I have not seen like any kind of big mistakes on her part. She's been a very consistent in net, and the Swarm are lucky to have her.
Consistent is definitely the right word. Here goes Wimmer. He'll quickly fire one on net and get a face-off in the zone.
Yeah, that's a long shot from Wimmer.
Now Outwell against Regan. Regan will win that. Mawson plays up to Stroni. Mawson had a good game yesterday. Stephen trying to get it off Jang in the corner. Outwell bats it around for Simon. Has to track back. Crashing into the boards was Regan as he came in to get that puck. Stephen can't get a shot off as he was harassed there by Jang. Well, Simon will play it out to Kozak, nicely snuffed out there by Gary McLeish, or Kozak would have been all alone. Thula will turn around. Easy pass up to McDonald, who was sitting on the boards. Here goes Kozak. He'll come back out of the zone. Goes through Hayward Jones, but he turns around and gets a little poke check to get it out of danger. Sandoy with a tough shot. Chamberlain plays it over to Hayward Jones, who plays it off the boards to Savinia. Took a weird bounce off the boards there, as Barley will gain the zone here for the Swarm. Try to play a backhand pass to Dalmatau, who was on the near post. Thula almost lost it, but well kept in by Carroll. Cleared out of the zone now by Quinn.
Ends up icing. It's great to see this line from Botany Swarm playing. There's so much skill in this line. Dalmatau, Pagosti, Carroll.
Dalmatau actually the MVP for the BHL summer season here in Auckland as well.
Yep. And the last season in NZIHL.
The guy's got it all, you reckon? Sandoy will play it low for Bali. Gets the pass off to Dalmatau, who's checked there by Hayward Jones. And Quinn will get out of the zone. 2-on-1 here for the Admirals. Savinia. Nice poke check there by Thula. Carroll will try to go through quickly, but nicely snuffed out. Good roar from the crowd for that one. March, nice little backhand pass to Bali. He'll fire one on net. That goes over the head of Chuba. Carroll with it down low, fired it into the slot. But Quigley was home there for the Admirals. Mawson tried to play it up to Quigley, but couldn't corral that on the stick. Hopkinson tried to find Jonsson. He's going to try to beat out the icing. He will. Cole keeps it in the zone for the time being. Marshall doing well to control that. Shot there from Cole, got through everyone. Wasn't the hardest shot, but got through the traffic, and Chubb had to make a save. Shot there from Wimmer, another save. Good start here by the Swarm. Lots of time on attack. Nicely kept in by Marshall, but Henry will play it up the boards to Vince. Wimmer unable to clear. As Vince kept a good stick in the lane here. Here's Ben Stephen, tough angle shot. Came off the side of the net. Now Mawson tried to play it down low. Puck caught up in the skates there in the near corner. Hopkinson plays it up to Jonsson. Try to find Marcus McDonald, but comes off the skate of Regan, so there will be no icing on the play. Marcus McDonald puts a hit on Mason Kennedy. And Chamberlain gets hit too by Atwell. Regan with a tough angle shot. Got the shot off. It was Sestroni coming in looking for a rebound, but didn't fall nicely for him. And Atwell will just dump that one in. Jang's giving chase. Kozak does well to protect the puck there. McDonald just didn't control it nicely. Wanted to put it on his forehand as Quinn's going to skate down the far side. 2-on-1 here. Gets the pass over to Sestroni. Backhand. Couldn't put it towards net. And another shot. McLeish couldn't keep that one in. Now Kozak tried to gain his own, but a good stick in the way. Now Sestroni finds Quinn, who gets a shot off. It looks like it came off the mask there of Harrison. And we'll have a face-off in the Swarm defensive zone.
That was a long period without a break. We went up and down the ice. Here's the Vinny Sestroni with a backhand opportunity. Unable to get the angle right on that shot and ends up going wide.
Now Thula. Give it to his D partner. Nicely kept in there by Savinia, who batted out of mid-air, but no support. Thula will play it up to Dalmatau. He'll give it straight to Bali, who gets over the red, dumps it, and Dalmatau knew exactly what he was trying to do. Dalmatau will give it to Sandoy. He's rubbed out on the boards by Mawson. Now Quinn will just dump that, get a change. Dalmatau, first man back there. He'll receive a hit from Savinia. Played over to Thula. Quickly trying to steal it back, he does. Centering pass to Henry, he scores! Admirals on the board early in this one.
Pure NZ West Auckland Admirals open up the scoreboard, scoring with a brilliant shot from Scott Henry. He finds the pass right in front of the net. You can't get a more better
Yeah, Henry.
Better scoring opportunity than
Henry
right
just allowed to skate right into that slot area, Marku, not picked up. So the Admirals will draw first blood here. Now, I saw someone in the comments asking, what's the rule of fighting? They do play double IHF rules in this, so you will be ejected from the game and you will likely face a 2 to 3 game suspension as well. So if you're going to do it, you might as well make it worthwhile, I'd imagine. Shot there from Marchessault. Easy pad save for Chuba. Now the goal scorer, Henry. Plays it up to Quigley. He'll find Savinia. He just plays it off the boards for Hayward Jones on the near side. And Wimmer plays it off the boards, takes a weird bounce off that Zamboni door. Here's Jonsson. Trying to beat everyone, gets a shot off. Puck's on the back of the net. Finally comes off as Stephen will turn away from Atwell. Unable to clear as Simon keeps that in. Up top is McDonald. He'll rip one straight into the chest of Chuba.
Chuba standing tall, so another great goalie here. If Chuba has a great night, he always has a chance to win one for the team.
Atwell here against Regan. Nicely won there once again by Regan. Atwell been very good in the face-off dot all season for the Swarm. But Regan playing that centre role. Here goes Mawson. Couldn't get a backhand shot off as Jang was hot on his tail. Pass into the slot there. Stephen got a shot off, but just put it wide. There was a couple there. Now the puck's still loose. Atwell will finally clear it out of the zone. Kozak's going to skate on, so here comes McDonald. Plays it back to Kozak, who tried to find McDonald again. If he controlled that, he could have been in on goal all alone. Sandoy unable to keep that in as that was just out of his reach. Played up, no touch. Will be icing against the Swarm.
Yeah, you were talking about the fights. Did you watch the Four Nations tournament? The absolute mayhem.
Absolutely, that was
a fight
gold.
After a fight after a fight. We won't see anything like that in this league with the rules. It's not just a 5-minute major. You're out, and you're probably out for a few games.
Yeah. And another rule, females are allowed to be goaltenders in this league. Goaltenders only.
That's international, yes.
Is it?
There's a few female goalies. One of the goalies for Team Finland, for women's team, is playing like the 2nd division in Finland for the men's league.
Hey, if they're good enough, why not? That was touched there, so no icing. Dalmatel trying to get around Chamberlain. Carroll will have it there. He plays it around the back of the net, but no one really knew that that pass was going there. Kennedy up to Quinn. Nice centering pass here to Vespa. First we've seen Vespa. He's got Savinia with him. Vespa shoots, but roofs it over Harrison. Half an opportunity there for the Admirals, goes astray. Admirals definitely looking a bit more dangerous here tonight. Now Carroll turns and looks for some options. Barley wanted the one time, didn't come, but he will pick it up. Centering pass, he had a shot, and Chuba was almost going to the other side, but got that pad down and made the save.
Almost surprised Chuba on that wrap around, turn around quickly here. Chuba had to really quickly get down and that from going in.
Yeah, he was on that the whole time. No trouble there for him. Now Cheney trying to clear the zone, unable to as March lift the stick. Played up to Cole. He rips one, hits traffic in front, almost took a weird bounce. Another retry there for Jonsson. Not sure if that was on target or not. As Quigley will put it into the zone. Cole has to track back quickly. Nicely cleared by Hopkinson, but doesn't get out of the zone as Mawson kept that in. Now Marchessault will play it off the boards and clear danger. McLeishill's looking for the reverse hit. And that goes into the player bench, so we'll get a face-off just outside the Swarm bench.
We would like to thank the Pure NZIHL sponsors, all plumbed in. Two Dudes, The Rock FM, BFT Blockhouse Bay, Hart Electrical, Morrison's Funerals, What Up Barbecue Smokehouse, and Print Plus, and BGT NZ.
So face-off will be just outside the Admirals' defensive zone. Simon will play it back to Jang, but Regan will pounce on that first. Regan, Stephen down low, up top, Kennedy. Shot through traffic, backhand shot there for Sastroni, they score! Sastroni will make it 2-0 to the Admirals in this opening period.
Sistrong gets another chance with that backhand of his. He missed the first time. Not here. Finds a loose puck and just puts it on net. It takes a weird bounce somewhere.
Looks like it was almost going across the goal mouth. And then, yeah, maybe off the stick of Simon or, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it might have taken a deflection from Simon.
That's a dirty hockey goal.
Yeah. Just take a swing, try to put it on net, and good things might happen.
Oh, here's Carroll. No. Dalmatau called for offside, but Carroll took the puck in, and I was watching Dalmatau there too.
Yeah, a little bit too much dancing on the blue line, and
oh
they
yeah,
end up
maybe
offside.
actually a pretty good call there.
Yeah.
A little bit easier to see when you are down on the blue line. That aren't the easiest things to see. Shot there from Carroll. Try to go up top cheese, but just lifted it over the crossbar.
So Bryce, we've been talking about the dominance of the Swarm, and have they been thinking a bit too much about themselves? Because Pure NZIHL West Auckland Admirals have got a 2-0 lead quite early in the game.
Yeah, look, if I was them, I wouldn't be worried. They're playing well. They're getting scoring chances, lots of time on attack, so nothing alarming just yet.
Yeah. Admirals have been doing quite well on those quick attacks.
I said by Dalmatau wins the puck back. Thula, glove save made. Dalmatau try to get a rebound shot off. Now Thula will track back, looking for options, gives it to Carroll. He'll get it back. Thula once again to Carroll. Saucer pass over to Barley, another offside against the Swarm. Here's that steal from Dalmatau after he put the hit on McLeish, and then Chuba got just enough on that to stop it going in.
Puck dropped from his glove and almost there on a rebound. The second goal is being credited to Mason Kennedy.
Something there by Vince. Cole will be the first to play it there. Here goes Marchessault, catches that one out of mid-air. Nice poke check there by Chamberlain. Now Hayward Jones will come the other way with a bit of speed. Henry looking in that slot. Maybe waiting for another pass to come to him. First goal scorer of the game. Played off the boards. Johnson will be there first. Henry's tracking back nicely and pushes him off the puck. Quigley gets that one out of the zone, so they'll have to touch up as Cole just puts it back in down low. Chamberlain to Sastroni. They just played easy off the boards. Quigley was first there, but tried to poke check it past Luke Simon. Now Mawson finds Stephen. Now Simon looking for someone in motion. Batted in by McDonald there and receives a hit for his troubles too. Looks like the bumper bars are up a little bit.
It's quite of a size difference there with Mawson and McDonald clashing.
of Kozak. He's howled and goes to the floor. There'll be another penalty against Mason Kennedy. He had a couple last night, and he'll be going to the box here for a couple of minutes for most likely holding.
Two minutes for holding.
So now the West Auckland Admirals will be on the Morrison's Funerals penalty kill. We've actually got Bali moving into that defensive role, and Marshall will be on that forward line with Carroll and Dalmatau. Dalmatau plays that over to Simon. Saw that a few times over the summer, didn't we, Marku?
Yes, we did.
Now Simon, he was pressured on by Vespers, has to turn around, gives it to Carroll. Swarm just fluffing around with it a little bit in the neutral zone. They'll finally gain the zone through March. Carroll up top, Simon. Simon to Barley, wanted the one time, but pass was a little bit towards the skate. Now backhand opportunity there for Carroll. Chuba was over in time to shut the door. And that's going to squirt out of the zone. A minute already gone in this power play for the Botany Swarm. Big hit there on Barley. Here's Dalmatau. Looks like he got a shot off, but maybe hit a stick on the way. Here's Sandoy. He fans on the shot. And a high stick against Carroll. Not sure how he actually batted that one out of midair. It's like he knew where the puck was going.
He's got some really good hand-eye coordination, Carroll. Seen him do some tricks.
So power play line 2 out for the Swarm. Atwell, Cole and Kozak on the forwards with McDonald and Sandoy up top. The refs just having a quick discussion here about something.
Just wondering about the weather, probably. It's been a great sunny day here in Auckland.
Definitely very nice when you are out in the sun, but as soon as you're in the shade, it is cold. Kozak will play it up top for Sandoy. Kozak will get it back. Sandoy to Atwell. Atwell will go into the middle, puts a shot on, a stick save made. It's right there in the crease for someone. Sandoy shoots, big blocker save by Chuba. Sandoy got a slap shot goal yesterday. Now McDonald, time winding down. Sandoy to Atwell, he'll rip it, hit Flynn Hayward-Jones, who clears that one the length of the ice. And that will do it for the penalty kill. West Auckland Admirals doing well. Getting those screens out of the way so Chuba can make clean saves. And we're going to get a too many men penalty now against...
Against which team?
The Swarm, I believe.
Yeah, the ref was holding 6 fingers up. Yep.
There's that shot by Atwell that went straight through. It was sitting there. And the slap shot here from Sandoy. That was moving. Chuba did well to make the save there. Nicely won there by Vespa.
And gets a crowd, a roaring applause from the crowd. And then we go to anytime power play.
Stroney on the near side, gives it to Mawson. Centering pass is right there for a second. That's the Stroney looking for options. He'll just fire it on net. Regan from behind his own goal. Plays it up to Vespa. Gains his own, leaves it on, but Hawkinson was tracking back and read that well. Here goes Marshall. He's got Mawson coming in on him. They'll clear the zone. Now Sestroni plays it right to the middle for Vespa. Sestroni shoots, scores! Vinny Sestroni makes it 3-0 Admirals.
Hard shot, crossbar. Could hear a clank all over here. There we see it on a replay.
Nice backhand pass there from Vespa. And then Sestroni just goes.
Just a perfect shot. He got a lot of space and time for that. On the Print Plus power play.
For an absolute bullet there that Harrison could not handle. So 3 goals on 7 shots for the West Auckland Admirals here in the opening period. They are looking dangerous when they are on attack. Not sure where they were yesterday or the last 2 games against the Swarm, but they are here tonight.
They're definitely thinking about getting back something for the fans after last night.
Yeah, the Admirals get the win here tonight. That will set up a very interesting series next week. Shot there from Hayward Jones and a pad save made. Carroll plays it right through the middle to Bali. Got a few Admirals in the way there to disrupt that. Play up the boards, easily picked out by Stephen. Hits the referee's skate, but Vespa will have it in the zone for the Admirals. He's only got Savinia with him. 5 players back for the Swarm. Now options come. A shot there from Quinn. Didn't get everything on it, and a glove saved by Harrison.
Admirals with another chance from the slot. Harrison makes a great save from that.
I see one there by Vespa. Shot from McLeish, hits traffic. And McLeish plays it to Morse. Vespa hit hard there by Atwell. As Wimmer will rim it around, but Quinn's there for the Admirals. Fires it on net. And covered up for a face-off. Marku, guess what the first comment on the stream was today?
Up the Waz.
Up the Waz, baby.
West Auckland Admirals, WAA, up the Waz.
Ah, yeah, it was. Yeah. Spelled a bit differently. And why not? Because it definitely is spelt like that.
It's fitting.
3-letter abbreviation.
If you're listening to this from outside of Auckland or unaware of rugby, that's a reference to the
Rugby league.
Okay. Excuse my ignorance of rugby. But yes, the Auckland Warriors.
Not much is going to have to get back in time. They touch it up, and it's going to be a penalty, probably against. Not sure just yet. It's going to be against Michael Atwell.
That is tough on Botany Swarm, getting a too many men and now a delay of game penalties, these team penalties. And we go on another Print Plus power play for the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals.
That puck just bounced over Regan's stick, so he'll have to track back, start the attack. Stroney, last goal scorer. He'll rip one just over the glove of Harrison. That was absolutely flying. Now Savinia, the 20-year-old Frenchman. Shot there from the point, hits traffic on the way. Stroney shoots, is right there in the crease, and Hopkinson will clear that the length of the ice, and that's going to do it for the opening period here in West Auckland. And it is the home team up 3-0, Marku. I think the Swarm may be a little bit shell-shocked as they aren't playing bad, but they are down 3 goals.
Definitely not ready, or the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals just came to work today. put on their working overalls and just rolled up their sleeves and battled harder than they did yesterday.
Yeah, well, obviously losing the last 3 games to the Botany Swarm, you know, something's got to give. They got to change something, and I don't know exactly what they are, but you know, their passes are going tape to tape. They're working really well as a team. They're breaking out very nicely, and when they're in that attacking zone, they are looking extremely dangerous.
Yeah, they are, and good capitalization on their chances as well.
That's right. I'm sure there'll be some words spoken in that Swarm changing room right now.
Yeah,
they aren't playing badly, so that's definitely working in their favour.
Yeah.
They've had some good scoring opportunities, but
they've had a lot of shots. Chaba in net has been standing tall like he always does.
Yep, sure does. Right, we'll take a quick break and we'll be up with the action of period 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this NZIHL matchup. The West Auckland Admirals playing host to the Botany Swarm. They do find themselves 3 goals up after that first frame. Marku, a little bit unexpected, but
Yep.
you know, hockey's hockey. You get goal scoring opportunities, you get shots on net. These things are going to happen.
It's the most random sport of any major sport. And yeah, the hometown came swinging.
Here's a couple of things we've got on the glass here tonight. We've got Easter's least and Wester's best, and then a fly swatter.
Love it.
And also Pure NZ, let's go.
Gotta love the fan imagination on these signs.
Yeah, I don't think they spelt let's go right. I thought it was L-E-S-H-G-O. Let's go.
Let's go.
So we're getting set to get underway here in the second period. It is the long shift. And the Swarm need to get a goal. Because I tell you what, the Admirals are in the mood. And if they get another one, it's going to be tough to come back.
They're in the mood and they're still on the power play for 90 seconds.
That's right. Michael Atwell is in the box. He got done for roughing.
I thought it was a delay of game when he shut the puck out.
No, that was after the whistle that they actually did that. That would have been very interesting. So Vespa, Mawson and Savinia are out there on the line 1 power play forwards for the Admirals. Carroll wins that and plays it back to Simon. Oh, Regan couldn't get it off. That was almost dangerous there as Carroll was lurking. Now Sistroni needs to pass that one along the ice as it bounces over Mawson's stick. And Wimmer will clear that one out of the zone. Sistroni's there first. As Savinia will give it back to him. Now Regan will go for a escape down this near side, but he's pushed up by Carroll, but maintains possession. Turns away from Dalmatau. Around the back of the net and gets a pass up to Sistroni, who rips one and scores! Vinny Sistroni will get his second one on the evening on the West Auckland power play.
Vinny Sistroni cannot miss tonight.
See Regan going around the back of the net, just gives it to Sistroni, doesn't shoot straight away, just gets that power loaded into that leg and the stick and then just releases that in a heap. Goes near side again. Absolutely snipes it. Here's Stephen now. Sistroni a little backhand, but Kozak caught that on the stick. Not the start of the second period the Swarm were looking for. Now Stephen. Sistroni's in the slot area. Doesn't get a shot off as he's taken out by Atwell. Now Thorlo plays it up to McDonald. Trying to get past Mason Kennedy. He lays a big hit on him. Howard Jones will get up to Sistroni, who just puts it in the zone. Not the most fluent skater or guy with the puck is Vinny Sistroni, but man, does he have a good shot.
Yeah, just like one of our other scorers tonight, Scott Henry. Bit of inline hockey history with both of them, and Max Vesper as well. But yeah, they all have a hard, snappy shot.
Now Savinia, he'll find Quinn. Try to find Vesper, but looks like it came off his skate. Now Kozak, he'll just dump in, get a change. Mawson leaves it on for McLeish. Marchessault trying to win this one back. Admirals will clear the zone. Looks like someone got a touch on it, so icing is going to be waved. Johnson on the far side. Gives it to Hopkinson, who just lifts that out of danger. It's what the Admirals were pretty much doing yesterday when they were in the defensive zone, just getting it out and giving it to the Swarm defenseman, and it's kind of switch here tonight as the Swarm are doing the exact same thing a lot.
Yes, I wonder if the coaching staff has highlighted something about last night that the teams have changed. Have they been looking at the video and figuring out what went wrong on the pure NZIHL Auckland Admirals side? Either way, it's showing on the scoreboard with a commanding 4-0 lead in the beginning of the second.
So they've got a 33% goal rate on their shots at the moment. Do the West Auckland Admirals. Now Sandoy plays it on for Carroll to skate onto. Gives it to Dalmatau, but he's whistled for offside. Must have been just ahead of the play. He's arguing his case. Have to see a replay on that one. Nope, I don't think so. Looks like the puck was in at the same time as Dalmatau was crossing that blue line. So
it is hard to see the blue lines here in Auckland.
It's almost as though the lines need to be redone, Marku. Would you say?
Yes, that would be. But there's a few things that could be done, like the pegs holding the nets.
Yeah, we haven't had too much of the nets coming off issue here this weekend. I can't actually recall one from last night's game. Botany definitely has the problem of the nets coming off very easily, as Carroll will gain his own. Shot on the backhand, but hit someone on the way to the net. Now Dalmatau trying to corral that, puts it into the slot. Carroll does get a shot off, but Trevor makes a good save. Now Barley and Regan pushing each other. It's probably a perfect time for the Admirals to maybe start getting under the Swarm's skin. You know, a little bit of extracurricular activities after the whistle, a little push here and there to try and maybe get them to give away a cheap penalty.
Yeah, the Swarm play has been physical, but the Admirals haven't been provoked yet.
Marcus McDonald will put it into the corner for Kozak. We've got a whistle. This is interesting.
Are we getting an unsportsman? Yes.
Not sure what he's done.
Both players going out for an unsportsman.
I don't know if they were talking to each other from the benches or...
Well, they're going to get 2 minutes to think about it.
Pretty soft if you ask me, but nonetheless, it'll still be 5-on-5. Shot there, right in the slot was Atwell. Chuba came out in a hurry. Great opportunity there for Atwell as that fell into his lane rather nicely. Kept in there by Simon. Kozak, Atwell's at the back door. He puts a shot on, but put it wide. Nice pass there from Kozak. Now Kozak goes down with a hit from Mawson. Swarm looking to get maybe a little bit more physical here, Marku. Now Henry played off the boards, tried to find Quigley, but Atwell's back there.
Simon and Henry just going at it. Two big units colliding against each other a couple of times and another time.
Love to see it. Now Marshall will try. Go to work in the corner. He's got two Admirals on him as Kozak tries to come and help out. And that's cleared nicely out of the zone by Cheney. Marshall will play it on for Cole. They do get the puck in the zone. Admirals doing really well to close up on the Swarm when they do gain that zone. Puck just stuck in some skates of some players. As Savina try to go around Hopkinson, his shot hits Marchessault up high, and he's down.
That was an unfortunate shot from Hopkinson. Ends up hitting Kyle March in the head region somewhere.
Looks like he's fine. He's a pretty tough character.
Yeah, looks like he's not too worse for wear.
Here's a quick shot on net from Harrison. Yeah, that gets March up high. It sure did. But he'll be back for his next shift, no worries.
Yeah, it seemed a little bit rattled, but it's seems to be fine.
Put into the zone by Sandoy. Dalmatel giving chase, but Hayward Jones will play it up the boards. Thula steps in and intercepts that. Mason Kennedy using his body well. Dalmatel comes and nicks that off him. And it comes out of the zone. Looks like Henry got a touch on that. Carroll will get it back from Thula. Puts it on the stick of Koptev. Centering past to Carroll, backhand shot. Chuba comes out and shuts the door on him. And that will be icing against the Admirals. So the Swarm still desperately looking for that first goal that they desperately need.
They're getting the opportunities, but the shots are missing that lethality that the Admirals have been showing. Hard shots, and this one goes straight in the logo.
Shot there from Kozak, that's blocked. Henry does clear. Simon steps in. Now Kozak back in the defensive zone. Gets a try to find Atwell, but that's just in front of him. Could have been a 2-on-1 opportunity there for the Swarm, but it will be icing against them.
There's a Vegas fan on the chat suggesting we take Thomas Hurdle off their hands. Sure.
Send him on a plane.
Yeah,
get him over.
Put him on a loan and send him to the Botany Swarm. I think they've got a big Czech contingent there, and then they'll be happy to have him.
Yeah, he can maybe stay at the Kozak Castle. So McLeish will be around the back of his goal. He's pressured on by McDonald, who they both fall over. Kozak plays up to Sandoy, but he'll just give it back. Kozak try to get something soft on net, but hit traffic on the way. And we're going to get a call here against McLeish, it seems, for cross-checking.
Cross-checking on Hopkinson.
So the Swarm will get their second power play of the evening. Can they do something with it this time? See the replay here. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. Could have gone either way. Now Simon. Over to Bali. He one times. He scores.
Well, that didn't take long. Simon to Ballint and a one-timer slap shot into the net. The Botany Swarm are back in business. On pure NZ West Auckland Admirals, Marsden's Funeral Home's penalty kill fails to deliver and puts the crowd dead silent.
Beats the glove of Chuba on the near side too. Pretty goal. So now the Swarm finally get a goal for all their effort here this evening. Now Dalmatel will find Barley, the goal scorer. He'll rip one, hits traffic on the way to net. Chuba still had to make a stick save. And cleared the length of the ice here by Stephen, and that will be icing.
That's Wimmer getting the ice in, and there was a nice comment, shout out to Wimmer for Captain user on the commentary. Nice to see that appreciation for Lenny.
Now Carroll, down low for Dalmatau. Ooh, he tried to get it off the back of the shot there. Nice glove save by Chubba. Dalmatau just before tried to backhand it and then get it off the back of the pads of Chubba. And then a shot from the point by
Reed Cole finds it. Gets a nice shot and Chubba is there.
Straight to the glove. Carroll, centering pass. Try to get it to Bali. But he was marked by Vespa. Another centering pass, but it comes out.
Carroll.
Wouldn't put it past him. He's definitely got that skill to do one.
Couldn't completely get it around.
Now Savina, he'll skate around the back of the Swarm goal. Turns away from Cole. Gives it to Quinn. He just has to backhand pass that back to Savina. He's pushed on the boards there by Wimmer, who actually got hit there from Vespa off the puck, but no call. Now Bali. Bali with it. Puts it into the middle.
Draws a penalty.
He does. So the Swarm will be back on the power play. Only took them 9 seconds to get that goal on their second power play of the evening, as Stephen Mawson's going to go to the bin.
There we see Bali.
As he was hooking.
And Mawson is caught with his stick around Ballin's hips. That's a hooking. And now the Swarm get another chance at reducing the Pirenze West Auckland Admirals lead. And another power play.
McDonald will try to get away from Regan, but he's pushed over. So Hayward Jones, the defenseman, will skate it. Try to go into the middle, but tracking back nicely was Atwell. He plays it right up the boards to Cole. And he backhands that one around. Kozak's going to get there. Gives it to McDonald. Puts a shot on, but a great block by Regan. Another shot there from Kozak, but just lifted it over the crossbar. Regan looked a little bit sore on that shot block, but he's back. Another one there from Atwell. Regan was ready to get in front of that one as well. A couple changes there for the Admirals, and likewise the Swarm. 1:10 remaining on the power play for the Swarm. And one's pushed in deep. Kozak plays it to Carroll. Kozak still with it. McDonald will turn around for Savina. McDonald didn't control that, but still got there first. Kozak plays it up to Simon, who's freshly on. Gives it to Bali, he was looking for one time. Savina plays it into the middle. Probably needs to dump that as the Swarm are going to come the other way. Carroll try to put on a move. Now Simon, shot there from Dalmatau, hit traffic in front, another try from Bali. That was close from going in. Up top is Dalmatau, 10 seconds remaining. Bali, tough angle shot off the post. Try to go over the shoulder of Chubba as he did with that one-time slap shot to get Swarm's first goal. Pass into the slot there, but Vespa nicely got that. And Mawson fresh out of the box. He's over there helping out. There's Kennedy. Didn't clear as that was almost dangerously sitting in the crease. Kozak. He loses control and Hayward Jones clears out the length of the ice. Should be icing, it is.
Pirenze West Auckland Admirals are able to clear the Morrison's Funerals penalty kill, keeping the score 4-1. Here we see on the replay a bit of a net front action from Flynn Hayward Jones.
Face off one there by the Admirals. Mawson trying to get it out. He does by hitting it out of midair. but can't get the puck past Hopkinson as he just lofts that into the far side. Kennedy pushed out there by March. Centering feed went behind the net. Now Regan plays it up to Sestroni. He gains his own. Mawson stepping in. Knew there wasn't all the forwards there, so thought might as well get in there and help out. As Wimmer just lofts that one out of danger. Gives it to Chamberlain. And McNeish passes that up. Stephen with a shot blocked. Just missed. As the net comes off its moorings. Swarm shouldn't be allowed to change, as it looked like Thula almost purposely hit that off. I think the refs are just going to call he accidentally ran into it.
And let's have a look at the replay on the latest play.
Stephen just missing as Harrison had to make a save. Oh, Thula kind of got pushed into the net there by Stephen. As McDonald plays that off the boards, gets hit too for his troubles. Now Wimmer with a shot. Chubba easily closes that door. Johnson centering pass. McDonald couldn't get a good touch on it. And cleared by Sestroni. Now Regan. Regan still with it. Trying to get a shot, but Wimmer put a good stick in the shooting lane, and that's deflected up into the netting. So face off just to the right of Harrison. The Carroll against Vespa. Not really won by anyone. Carroll can't clear. Svenja does well. Svenja with it. Plays it up top for Hayward Jones. Downloads. Quinn shoots. Scores! Declan Quinn will make it 5-1 to the Admirals.
Pure NZ West Auckland Admirals are on a roll. Already their 5th goal tonight. And Declan Quinn, I'll have to look at the stats, but is that his first goal of the season?
Nah, definitely not. He's scored a few. But Hayward Jones, good heads-up play to see that Harrison was a little bit out of the goal mouth, and Quinn was right there on the side. And he had a lot of real estate to shoot at. And here comes Flynn Hayward Jones now. Trying to go round, he scores! Hayward Jones got the assist on the last goal, and he finds himself getting one here for his team now.
Crowd goes absolutely bananas for this. They're loving this Admirals team scoring back-to-back. Flynn Hayward-Jones goes around Harrison with his long reach. He's able to go all around and swing it past her.
A nice goal from a defenseman there. And I reckon I'd call it now, Marco. I don't see the Swarm coming back in this one now. They're going to have to make sure they play smart hockey. You know, there's still a bit of the season left. You don't want guys unnecessarily getting injured or suspended. Just because you're losing a hockey game, you've got to keep your cool.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you got to think about the big picture, but still put in a good effort for the rest of this game. I mean, the way the Swarm have been playing, there's no reason to think that they shouldn't be keeping what they've been doing. They had a very bad minute where the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals were able to score back-to-back and really take a commanding lead in this game.
Now Savinia. This will give the Admirals a ton of confidence, regardless of how they finished their last 2 games of the season. At this rate, the Swarm might even think it would be smarter finishing second so they don't have to play the Admirals, because they got hicked up by them last year in the semi-finals. But it would be 3 games to 1 through the season, so in favour of the Swarm, obviously.
Yeah, because this season, how the playoffs work is that first seed plays against 4th seed and the second against 3rd.
Oh, and Savinia, that thing it came off the boot, but it hit the post. Here's Carroll, shoots that one past the glove side.
So yes, past seasons, we've only had the first team getting a buy-in into the final and the second and the third playing against each other. And more often than not, that's been the 2 Auckland teams, the Admirals and the Swarm, battling each other for the chance to play Sky City Stampede.
Here's Dalmatel, try to dangle through Mawson. Unable to, but he'll get the puck back. Gives it to Barley, but it comes out of the zone. Now Carroll. Try to find Barley, but nicely snuffed out there by Mawson. Cole unable to keep that in. Simon a little bit of room to work with. Reverse hit on Chamberlain. Dalmatel shoots, hit traffic on the way. Now Cole gives it to Dalmatel. He tried to get something on net, hit something on the way, and another shot blocked there. That was Chamberlain making the shot. Another one. All hitting traffic at the moment. Carroll. Dalmatel, another shot. That hit Regan. That's 4 or 5 blocks for the Admirals. Now Stevens going to find himself behind enemy lines. Shoots. Good save made as he got crunched after he shot by Dalmatel as well. Should be some tight legs out there for the Swarm. Barley will get a change. Carroll plays it over to Johnson. Try to find backhand pass to Dalmatel, but quickly snuffed it out as Dalmatel stole it back. Carroll with a shot, he'll score.
And just like that, the lead is cut to 4.
It was great work there by Dalmatel, stealing it back and then getting a tight backhand pass to Carroll. And he goes just above the glove of Chubba.
Yeah, that goal was in the air. The Swarm had a lot of opportunities. They were just banging the puck, but always getting blocked. So they're getting opportunities like they have been this whole game. They have more shots than the Admirals at the moment.
Savinia, he'll gain the zone. Try to run a centering pass where Quinn was going. But looked like Wimmer just did enough to disrupt that. Wimmer plays it up to Marchessault. He'll get the puck out of the zone. As Mason Kennedy tried to get it up ice, but hit Hopkinson. Vespa will have it. Almost a 3-on-2 here. Vespa goes to the net where Slovenia tried to get a redirect. But it was off target. Sandoy. Slovenia comes and steals it, but Kozak tracked back nicely as that pass was looking for Sestroni. Sandoy. He'll go for a skate. Dump it in, get a change. Stephen hit there by Atwell. Kozak. Ooh, McDonald was right in that slot area, but it looks like his stick got lifted. Another, back door. Kozak just whiffed on the shot as it looks like the puck was bouncing. If that was along the ice, he was definitely putting that home. Kozak still with it. Gives it to McDonald. Tough angle shot, comes off the side of the net. And still in the zone. McDonald with a shot. Admirals, a shot blocking machine at the moment. Mawson and McDonald battling there as Simon puts a hit on Stephen. And going to get an icing call against the Admirals there.
That's a tough icing call against
Yeah,
the
it is.
Pira NZ West Auckland Admirals. They're going to be very tired after that cycle play, and they were not happy with the puck being called icing on
Here's
that
that
slope.
chance for Kozak at the back door. Ooh, probably didn't expect it to come to the stick.
Yeah, a little bit of awkward angle.
Oh, a face-off win there by Bali. Went right through the face-off circle and got a shot off. Another one there from Thula. Chuba makes a save. Still scrambling around the area as Chuba finally pounces on that to get the whistle.
Admirals relieved on Chuba covering the puck and getting the whistle so they can get a change.
So Swarm will get that first line out. Shot there from the face-off circle, and that's going to do it for the middle period. 3 goals for the Admirals in that period, 2 for the Botany Swarm. So now it's 6-2, 24-17 in the shot department in favour of the Botany Swarm. Marku, what did you make of that one?
Oh, yes. The Swarm find themselves on the rough seas of the Admirals.
They do.
For sure.
They're circling around sharks next to a pirate ship, if you will.
Yes, the Admirals have taken command, literally.
Yeah, but you got to say, there isn't that much to separate the teams in terms of how they're playing and skill, like obviously goal scoring opportunities, but hockey is hockey, and you could be the better team, but you could still lose the game 5-0. And I think that's exactly what we're seeing here. The Admirals are taking their chances. 6 goals off 17 shots. That's a pretty good conversion rate.
Yeah.
The Swarm just probably need to keep doing what they're doing and try hope that some more of these shots are not going to be blocked and they're going to finally get a couple more in the net.
Yeah. Hockey is a random game, and that's what the Swarm are finding it with the Admirals taking a 6-2 lead going into the third. We're going to take a little break, but come back, watch the exciting action, what's going to happen in the third period. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A 6-2 lead for the West Auckland Admirals over the Botany Swarm. Definitely a bit of a reverse card of what we saw last night. The Admirals definitely put in their scoring opportunities in the back of the net. The Swarm, not so much. They're definitely going to have to come out and get a quick few goals if they're going to try tie this one up.
Yes, exactly. Well said, Bryce. This is a different game from yesterday, for sure. And what's going to happen in the third period? That was an interesting point. Talked with the production team. The Admirals have 3 lines for this game. The Swarm 4. They're rolling those lines now, and we'll see if the Admirals have the energy they need to keep this lead until the end of the game.
Definitely a bit of fatigue is something we're going to have to watch on the Admirals. They do have a 4-goal buffer though, so all they got to do is try close out this game, and then they can move on to their next weekend series.
That's right. And thank you for joining back to this live stream. We are excited to see how many of you are watching this from around the world. We've had people from Vegas, and we've got some people from Slovakia, Bratislava, looking at this. So welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy some summertime hockey there on the Northern Hemisphere. We are here in Auckland, New Zealand, and we are enjoying our midwinter weather here, and hockey season is right about to end here and get into the playoff times.
And we'll just quickly take a moment to sincerely thank all the incredible sponsors who make everything possible for the West Auckland Admirals. So a huge thank you to Pure NZ, All Plumbed In, Two Dudes, The Rock FM, BFT Blockhouse Bay, Hart Electrical, Morrison's Funerals, What a Barbecue Smokehouse, Print Plus, and BGT NZ.
Yes, thanks to all the sponsors. This is a league where the players have to pay to play. They all have their day jobs, so all the sponsorships are greatly appreciated. Also, that free loan of Thomas Hurdle will be very handy.
Oh, 100%. So we're underway for the final period. The Swarm looking down a 4-goal tunnel. There's Dalmatau. He'll get a quick shot off. Big pad save made by Chubba. He has been on one today. They don't clear. Bali plays it around the back for Dalmatau. He receives a hit from Mawson. Now McLeish stepping in to help out. Mawson plays it up the boards. Wimmer does well to keep it in. Gets it down low as well. As Dalmatau played it behind the net for nobody. Stroney doesn't clear, so Regan comes and helps out. Does well to get out of the zone, does Regan. Try to find Stephen, but Simon is tracking back with a bit more speed than what Stephen had. Now here goes Hayward Jones. Shoots and just puts it wide. Probably wanted to go high glove side there. Could have got his second one for the evening. As Carroll will find Dalmatau. He tries to spin around Quinn, but a few defensemen for the Admirals get back in time, and now Savina. He's got Quinn hustling to the net, finds Vesper, he shoots off the post. For a quick start here in this third period. Johnson will clear that. Now Carroll will gain his own. Waiting for some guys to get in, but Vesper snuffs out his pass. Gets out of the zone, so Mushasol will just drop it in deep. Played on by Chubba, as Kennedy momentarily left that one behind. Puck squirts out into the neutral zone. Admirals will change up 3 personnel.
You're getting some love on the commentary. They're saying that you look menacing. Well, you haven't seen Bryce on the ice, then that's when you look really dangerous. And we're ready to see play from the last period. Here's Evan Carroll with a Michigan attempt. Doesn't go in with Jabba making the save, but a great effort there from Evan Carroll. Nice hand-eye coordination and good stick handling skills that we've seen from him.
As Regan get hit there by Simon, seen those two come together a few times over the weekend. They grew up representing New Zealand in their respective age groups, but they find themselves up against each other when it comes to the National League, as McLeish pushes Kozak on his heels. Mawson, easy pass up to Savinia. Try to find Henry. It came off the leg of Simon. Cole's going to be there first for the Swarm. And Simon will go around the back of his net. No real options. Try to find Carroll, but that was just a little bit behind him and will be icing as he could not get a touch on that.
Here on a replay, another chance for the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals. Ends up going wide.
Yeah, it didn't actually hit the post, I don't think. I did hear a bit of a ting. Might have been a stick hitting the post. Here's Sestroni, he'll shoot, but that one's into the basket of Harrison.
Sestroni trying to put another one in.
Oh, he'd be a happy lad if he could get a hat-trick here tonight. There's Vincenzo Sestroni. Regan tries to go through the face-off dot, but Carroll gets a pass up to Dalmatau. Chamberlain using well. Carroll with a shot. No! Buzzer goes off a little bit prematurely. Looks like it came off the post. It almost looked, that is as close as you can get to a goal.
Yeah, let's look at that on a replay. Even the red light went off. Yeah, looks like it bounces clear out.
So Carroll up against Regan.
Here's the replay of the shot. And looks like top corner.
Now Barley will gain his own. Dalmatau was going to the net. Stroney plays it off the boards. Regan will be there first, so no icing. Centering pass comes off the skate of Carroll. Kept in by Chamberlain. Looks like the Admirals have slowed down their forecheck when they are in the offensive zone without the puck. A smart move when you're up 4 goals, as Harrison will cover that one for a whistle. So Vesper against Hopkinson. One there by Hopkinson. As Slaughter will rim that one around. Johnson comes away with it. Now Simon will gain his own and he's hit by Vesper. Johnson's there behind the net. He's rubbed out by McLeish. And a shot all the way from the end. Makes Harrison make the save as Simon turns away from Vesper. Marshall so unable to control that, but goes past McLeish's stick as that puck was bouncing. Hopkinson finds March. Couldn't get a shot off. Well kept in initially by Cole, but it does come out into neutral. Fuller plays off the boards to no one, as Johnson was cutting into the middle, but he'll get a second go at it. Cole plays it up to Outwell, but that's a little bit ahead of him. Admirals just happy to keep the puck down in the Swarm end, it seems, at the moment. And that's all they pretty much need to do. Still a lot of time, though, left in this hockey game.
Yeah, if the Admirals are able to slow down the game and conserve their energy with just the 3 lines, they could be able to defend this lead. But if the Botany Swarm are able to keep the intensity, keep attacking, they might wear them out and get a chance at reducing that lead.
Atwell can't get that in as it comes off the skate of Henry. He does put it in. They have touched up. Kozak, he snuffs out that pass that Cheney wanted. Almost thought about the slap shot. Kozak still with it. Kozak goes right through but gets tripped up.
Draws a penalty.
Yep, delayed call. Regan touches that. So the Swarm will go on the power play. It's going to be Mason Kennedy, 2 minutes for tripping, and that's his 4th penalty of the weekend after returning to his side after a few weekends off.
Here we see Kozak challenging defenders by himself, trying to go between, and gets tripped up on the play and draws in the penalty.
Barley will give it over to Simon. Dalmatau back to Simon. Carroll up top. Simon, he puts a shot on, blocked by Vespa. Here's Simon, he'll rip one. Chuba sees that one all the way and can make a save.
Botany Swarm power play has been lethal all season, so the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals need to be on their toes with the Morrison's Funerals penalty kill.
One there by the Swarm. Dalmatau plays up to Pecosdy, but Regan almost got there and got it out of the zone for the Admirals. Dalmatau and Simon will play tic-tac-toe. Simon just took his eye off the puck, so it comes out of the zone. They're going to have to touch up. Played over the far side, Carroll. Backhand pass up to March, doesn't get a shot. Carroll will have it behind the net. Maybe try the Michigan again. Carroll will give it to Barley. There's Sandoy. He'll rip one, pad save made by Chuba. Didn't get everything on it. Sandoy, another shot. That hits McLeish on the way of the net. And going to get a high stick. See here, McLeish put in a hit on Carroll. I think he was looking for a high stick penalty there, was McLeish. I think he may have had a case.
Yeah, Carroll ends up putting his hand and stick right up to McLeish's face.
Here's Cole all alone. Big save by Chuba as Cole was only about 1.5 meters out from the goal.
Cole is frustrated, you can see in his face. He was all alone in facing Chuba, and yeah, he bangs his stick on the ice as he's unable to score from point blank.
What a glove save there from Chuba. He has been incredible here tonight. So Sandoy and Marcus McDonald are going to get something going from the Swarm defensive zone. Just over 10 seconds remaining on this power play for the Swarm. Kozak will play it up high for McDonald. Quinn wins that and dumps it in. Mason Kennedy out of the box. So a little win there for the Admirals. And McDonald, he gets crunched. He tries to go past Henry, as so does Kozak there from Regan. Sandoy was going to crunch Hayward Jones there, but he just got out of the way. And there's Thula. He'll look to go coast to coast. No, he won't. He just puts a muffin on net, and Chuba will easily catch that.
that was a big penalty kill fought off by the Admirals, and the Swarm have been trying to get back into the game, but the Admirals defense, Chaba and Net, have been able to keep their lead, considerable lead.
That's cleared by Cheney, and quickly wins the race to negate the icing. Cheney will get it back, comes off the leg of Wimmer as he tries to clear. Finally comes out, Henry catches it out of mid-air. Cheney wins it back. There's Henry all alone. No, here's Henry now. It was Cheney before. Shot there from Mawson. Oh, no, March. That looked like it got him in the neck. Oh. Oh. And we'll get a whistle. March definitely in a bit of pain as he got right in front of that shot from Mawson. Oh dear.
Yeah, let's all hope that March is all right after that shot.
He's as tough as nails, that kid. Probably got the wind taken out of him. I bet he'll be out there for his next shift, Marku. Watch this.
Yeah.
There was an opportunity before. Henry got a shot off. What a guy, March, getting in front of that.
Don't know if it's the neck or the collarbone, but anyway.
And Dalmatau will get there first to negate the icing. Had Mason Kennedy in a foot race with him. Simon can't keep that in the zone for the Swarm. Now Barley plays it off the leg of Carroll, brushed aside there by Chubba. Chamberlain doesn't get that up the boards. Vesper comes in. Now Chamberlain with a little bit of pace. He'll keep skating as Sebastian Chamberlain centering past to Savigna. Didn't get it. Didn't get a clean shot off. But Savigna bosses and wins that puck back. Got a whistle on the play. It's going to be boarding, I believe.
And looks like March is looking way better on the bench. He was taking some deep breath, but is now standing up and feeling a lot better, talking with the staff. That's a one tough man.
Yeah, I think I could, a bit hard to lip read from here, but I think he was nodding his head as this to say, yeah, mate, I'm good to go. Would you look at that? Face off one by Atwell. McDonald will give it up to Sando. He keeps that in. Shot there. Took a redirect. Looked dangerous there for a second. And we've got a delayed call on the play. It's going to be against Reed Cole. Maybe a tough one. Well, that's going to make it 4-on-4.
Yeah, that's not a penalty you want to take when you're on the power play. Oh, I think Mawson just fell on his knees by himself on that play.
It does seem like that there, Marku Paku. Here's Dalmatau's just got to beat McLeish. McLeish does well. Shot there from Dalmatau. Pat saved by Chubba. Dalmatau didn't get everything he wanted on that shot though. Now Thula steps up, try to interrupt that play, and we get a whistle for offside.
So we got 4-on-4 play here, so there's lots of space on the ice. Swarm is bringing in their big guns, as is the Admirals.
Sandoy trying to use his body well, as Hayward Jones was hot on him. Carroll will pick that out. And here's Darwin's Howe. He's being chased by Regan. Almost snuffed out there by Quinn. He may have been away for the races. Quinn's still going to have it. Trying to get past Sandoy. He's on the backhand. Gets a soft shot off. And oh dear. Sandoy's going to get a call for slashing. He's a little bit away from the plate. But the referee, Brooke Patron, saw it. You see here, did get a little bit of a couple of love taps from both guys. There's really nothing in it, but oh well.
Yeah, I wonder if it was also about the last scoring attempt by Quinn, where he was pretty much rough-handled. That just gave the ref an opportunity to give out that penalty after seeing that little slash from Sandoy in the next play.
So we'll play some 4-on-3 hockey here for 37 seconds, and then the Admirals will be 5-on-3 for 13 seconds. Can they do something with it? It's looking like they are going to get the dub here tonight. That's cleared all the way. Looks like we got a whistle on the... Oh, the camera didn't see that. It was behind the play. So Luke Simon will be going in the box. Starting to look a little cozy in there. As Vespa points to the scoreboard. I'm sure Simon can just say, I'll point to the all the other games this season. Could get a little hairy here in the last 7.5, Maku Paku.
Yeah, the rivalry is alive and well.
Oh, the good old days it used to get extremely rough.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic now in the penalty boxes with 2 Admirals and 3 Swarm players.
It's good to see these young players getting into the rivalry nice and early in their NZIHL careers, because they're not going anywhere and they're going to keep this up for at least probably another 10 seasons, I would imagine. Up to Quinn, he's checked there in centre ice by Thula.
Quinn gets hit by the Swiss Mountain.
Puck comes off Regan. Chuba will play it. Over Jones, it's 5-on-4 at the moment. Now Quinn gets around Wimmer. Plays it up to Sestroni. Fires it over to Regan. Regan pressured on by Thula, but still maintains control. Sestroni with a shot, gets through traffic. Save was made, and Harrison quickly pounces on that. So just as we got a second and the Admirals wrap up their final home games of the season, they would like to give their heartfelt thanks to the incredible volunteers who make every game day possible. Your time, energy and dedication mean the world to us. A special thank you to their amazing managers, Kelly Schultz, Natalie DeVere and Alex Schultz, for your tireless effort and support behind the scenes. And to their coaching team, Rodney McMillan, Blake Jackson, Nick Henderson, Matt Roxburgh. Your leadership, passion and belief in this team has truly been inspiring. Don't forget to stick around after the game and meet the team at Skate Hire if you are here at the game. Here's Savinia, shoots and scores.
There comes the French dispatch. Savinier goes top cheese.
Man, the Admirals are putting everything away tonight. They are absolutely on fire. It makes me question myself, where's this been the last 3 games against the Swarm? It's almost turning in, it's a little bit of a blowout. Just caresses that past the glove side of Harrison, doesn't he?
Yeah, the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals have been lethal on their power play, and a lot of the goals have come off on that print plus power play.
So it's played back. Chamberlain tried to play it up the boards, but Johnson got in the way. Sandoy with a shot. Straight into Chuba, easy save. So Vadim Sevigny, the 20-year-old Frenchman import for the West Auckland Admirals, having a day. I'll tell you what, if the Admirals can get a couple guys back from injury, I'm not sure. I know Andy Hart will be out for the rest of the season. Not entirely sure on Daigle, but if they can get a couple of guys back, they are definitely going to be hard to handle come the semi-finals.
In general, the playoffs are going to be super exciting. I see the Phoenix Thunder also as a great contender.
Oh, absolutely.
Come the playoffs.
Honestly, I'd love to see them hoist the cup. It'd be brilliant. They've played so well all season, and they've got the firepower. Now Ben Stephen, he'll just throw one on net. Doesn't really trouble Harrison. That's kept in by Dalmatau. Here's Carroll. Hit. That's blocked by Mawson. He was positioned well to block that one from Evan Carroll. And if the Swarm do not win today, Marku, that actually keeps the door open for the Thunder, who could still finish top of the table.
Mathematically.
Mathematically, yeah, correct.
Yeah. So, Dunedin, are you listening? You're still in it. Now go and beat that Stampede.
Mate, in the semis, it doesn't matter who they play. They are absolutely going to be in it. I think we're going to have the best semi-finals in a long time in this league. I predict at least one upset. Now Mawson plays it up to Quinn. Here's a 2-on-1. He's got Savigny. Savigny! Big save from Harrison. Doesn't give up on the play. Gets across the crease and closes the door.
That's a great goalie play. Great save from Harrison. Moves laterally and is able to cover most of the net. Nice split on top of it.
So 7 goals to 2, 4:27 remaining here in Avondale. Swarm definitely not giving up the fight. Zatwell will gain his own, tries to go through the middle. Still has possession, does Zatwell. Gets away from McLeish, try to play it up top. Henry gets a good stick to get it out of the zone. As quickly tries to play it on for Cheney, quickly does get a shot off. But save made by Harrison. Now Marcus McDonald going to skate down this near side. Dumpson chases it. Now quickly plays it out for Henry. Cheney just puts it in low. Full line change here for the Admirals. Well, plays it up to March, gets a touch on it to negate the icing and goes straight into the glove of Chuba.
And here on the replay, nice active play from Harrison. to intercept the puck.
It's played up. Sandoy lets it come out of the zone. And gives it to Jonsson. He's pushed off the puck there by Regan. Hopkinson does well to keep it in the zone. Sandoy with a shot hits the skate of Regan. And here's Stephen for the Admirals. Leaves it on for Sestroni. Shoots. Looks like that was off target. And that's played off the glass. Curling around was Hayward Jones, and Regan's crunched there against the glass by March.
Good to see Kyle March playing again.
The ref looked a little bit scared there. Because that was right in front of him. And here goes Quinn down the near side. No options, but he shoots that on net. Carroll, stretch pass up to Dalmantow. Gives it to Jonsson. Jonsson with a shot, easy put aside by Chubba. Quinn tries to find Sevenya, but can't clear the zone. Two men here. Carroll plays it back for Jonsson. Didn't get a shot. It was the right play there from Carroll. Here's Quinn. Has to slow things down. Still offside. They'll have to touch up to the Admirals. 2 minutes to go. Nicely batted out of midair by Sevenya. He loses it. And Dalmantow will play it to Koptev. 2-on-1 for the Swarm. Koptev shoots. Easy save for Chubba. Need to find a little bit more real estate. But nonetheless, Chubba's been brilliant in net here this evening.
Yeah. Big hit on Stephen there by Sandoy. So Sevenya has made it 7 goals.
Here's Carroll, wins his own face-off. Played over to Cole. He just puts it in low. Quickly leaves it on for Chamberlain. As Henry just fires it down, Chaney's going to beat the icing. Gets a tough angle shot. Probably not going to score from there, but why not get it on net? Shots are in favour of the Swarm, 38-31. Probably 32 in a sec, but the Wars, 7 goals to 2.
Yeah, that shot count is not reflected on the scoreboard. On the goal column.
So I'm sure the Stampede are licking their lips, having a look at the score in this game. I'm sure the Swarm will regroup and come out firing. Kozak will leave it on for Cole. He sandwiches it into the net behind the goal.
Well, this is great to see for the league, as the so many teams still have a chance and are really battling for the Burgle Cup this year. And the regular season is far from over, with the teams close. And the situation before the playoffs is far from set.
Hayward Jones will go around the back of his net. Sestroni plays it into the middle for Stephen. This is good from the Admirals. Their breakouts have been very good all game. Shot there from Regan. That's blocked by Wimmer. Dying seconds. Atwell will give it to Wimmer. He gets sniped. And Kozak just lofts that in. That's going to pretty much do it here in West Auckland. The Admirals with a brilliant performance. Definitely brought their A game here tonight. As Chubba only lets in 2 goals on 38 shots.
stellar performance in net from Jaba Kerkcho-Magos. And the fans are appreciating. They are standing up. They are clapping their hands for the home team. The pure NZ West Auckland Admirals take a 7-2 win over the Botany Swarm.
Look, yeah, the Admirals fans yesterday must have thought, you know what's happened to our team? They should be trying to fighting all the way to try win these games. And I was kind of thinking the same. I did not expect this tonight. Absolutely not.
Nor did I expect to see this either. But they definitely wanted to give their fans a better show than yesterday.
So this is how the standings now look. The Swarm still in top spot with the Stampede 2 games in hand. They are on 28 points, which gives the Stampede a chance. If they can get 2 wins against the Swarm next weekend, they will be in front on even games. And that puts the Admirals into 3rd place on 21 points, but also the Thunder with 2 games in hand. And we won't mention the Red Devils. They've got a good rugby team though. But the Admirals really turned it on tonight here, Marky. I fully did not expect them to be able to turn it around that much, because they look like a completely different team. Last night they were lackluster.
Yeah, completely.
They weren't even breaking out of their zone very well. But tonight they've done the basics well. They've got a lot of goals. Yeah. It's something to hold on to and take into the next game. If you look on the Swarm side, I think you can kind of just, you know, hey, that's hockey.
Yeah.
Let this one go. Let's get back into our rink, get some training, work on some probably special team plays a little bit more. Their special teams was actually pretty good tonight, but yeah, just a few things didn't go their way, and they found themselves down by a few goals. It's pretty hard to come back. Yeah.
Hey, that's why hockey is the best sport on earth. Doesn't matter who you are on paper. How did the game go yesterday? It's the game today that matters. How you play today, anyone can win, really. And in this league, it's all up for grabs.
And there we see Chubba, the goaltender, had a brilliant game here tonight. Really turned it on. Only 2 goals on 38 shots. A stellar performance. Harrison probably not helped out in front by the Swarm defense as much as she would have liked.
Yeah. The Swarm defense yesterday was absolutely flawless, but today the Admirals were able to find the weaknesses and find the goals needed.
And they were really hustling when the Admirals, sometimes when they would dump that puck in deep, they were on there extremely fast. And like, as soon as the Swarm defensemen were getting to the puck, they were right there and breaking up that outlet pass, and that just got them so much good scoring chances.
Yeah. So well done to the pure NZ West Auckland Admirals. This was a great win for them and great win for the fans here in West Auckland, Avondale.
Yeah, it's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed the game this evening. The Stampede will be playing the Swarm next weekend at the Hive. And who do the Admirals have in their last series?
That is a good question.
That is a good question.
But next weekend, head over to East Auckland for the Swarm, playing against the Queenstown Sky City Stampede. That's going to be a series, a weekend you cannot miss.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining us. I've been your host, Bryce Rouse, alongside Maku Mautahariu. It's been a pleasure bringing this broadcast to you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks for watching.